It's your boy Gogh with BRAINFREEZE TV, and we have a fucking legend in front of us. You know, Atlanta fucking street legend as far as the underground scene goes and hip hop, as far as music goes in general. I wouldn't even like categorize him just hip hop. We have Rome, who?
Fotune.
All right, we got Rome. I'm excited for this just because like. I was young, witnessing what y'all were doing in the early days with you and like Maco and coming up earlier in the days like that. Just watching the evolution of what it turned into now. We were talking earlier outside. Here we're in Austin, Texas. You know, South by Southwest. We have, you know, come across the paths and we talked about the little shit like being ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of describe your whole like career, basically, just being ahead of the curve. But now I feel like people's awareness is really starting to turn a leaf to being accepting the new shit and shit that's pivotal to actually being like a spearhead to new culture. How would you say you feel like recently and even through like your hardships of growing up and coming up into the industry and all this other stuff, how do you think it's been received and how do you feel received by people?
I think it varies in different regions, geographically and demographically. Like I feel like since my catalog has been so diverse and I transformed so much throughout the years, I think I'll capture a certain fan base in each transformation. So you got folks who like fuck with the beautiful pimp stuff, that's more like Atlanta folks, the southern people who still want that sound, who still ride to that sound. My more forward-thinking stuff that's more well-received in like France or Europe in general, Asia, just outside of America, where I feel like they appreciate music on a more pure basis, you feel me?
Yeah.
I think over here it's more of a, I think we talked about it like who's winning lately, latest, that's who we champion, and I think in other places it's like I'm very well received, I guess, on like the underground, but
Yeah, I would say underground's a word we use one, but I feel like with your style it's more punk, like the punk scene, and with that punkness kind of like they embody underground a little bit different. It's loved in a way. As far as your viewpoint goes, being in that scene, who are people like your peers around you that you see that like move the same way that you like are kind of excited to see grow with you?
Some of my peers, Siege from 2-9, people would know him. He's like a crazy producer now and doing a bunch of different projects. Flo Millie, Kyle, myself. From that era that people would know me from, ironically enough, I don't think a lot of us pushed through. I feel like, you know, once things transform through from blog era to like what it is now, the first stages of what it is now, I don't think a lot of us pushed through. So a lot of people that I fuck with is like more so kind of different genres outside of like hip hop, really, because I don't know, I think Atlanta right now, I think Atlanta got like Bear actually. We talked about Bear. We got Sonny Digital still does great stuff.
Legend.
I think he's independent. I think he's like been independent for a minute, been moving. I think Key still does well. Key's been doing, I mean, Key does...
It's Key, man.
Consistent.
Yeah.
Very consistent.
He's one of those people I put among like the same like likings of like Yachty, like they're tastemakers. Where the culture soaks up what they do and makes their own variations of it. And, like he's a legend.
Yeah, if you, it's funny because I say with Key, if some new shit is popping, especially like Atlanta related, you can find him somewhere in the 6 degrees of connection to that. So I think he's still, you know, I feel like if Thug was still out, he would be very tapped in. Because he's always been somebody like that. And yeah, I really just, I think Atlanta has a whole scene. I think Bear is really one of the ones leading that scene.
Yeah, Bear One Boss.
Yeah, Tony Snow.
Yeah.
Veda. You know Veda?
Yeah, I've heard of Veda.
Yeah,
I haven't. So weird thing was, so I was in Atlanta about 2 years ago. I was at Jordy's crib with Jordy, and I was with Jordy and Dead Sweat. And we were supposed to go to a Veda show.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm high. It's mad people from like just Atlanta in general. It's mad people.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. And I think like that's also one of those things where like how do you strive to make in a place where being different is so normal? Because you know there's so many different personalities in Atlanta.
Yeah.
How do you like strive to like separating yourself from the crowd?
I think it's a step-by-step process because Atlanta, because it is a city for real, but it is so small, and the spots that you need to be at to be visible and do your thing to get to a certain level are easy to locate. I think the first step is like getting out there, and it's easy. And it's easy to feel like a celebrity there. Like I said, the small size proximity. Yeah. So we get to a certain ceiling, and there's two crowds. Those who like, damn, I'm a celebrity. Yeah. And they cool with that. And they in Atlanta, and then whatever. Then the second is like, they have to take it somewhere else, then bring it back. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of artists do that because, I mean,
it's probably an easier route.
Yeah.
Like, to convince a bunch of people that don't know you that you are a certain way on a blank canvas would probably be easier than convincing people you live with.
Even as small of like a leap as like going to New York or LA or something, you know, people just seeing that on an optic level from the outside, then they fuck with you differently. But I feel like also you just can't be locked into something because you don't know, like you might be from Atlanta, but somewhere else can fuck with you. But I feel like as far as your like the question you asked is like, what was it like? How do you stand out in Atlanta?
How do you strive to make yourself stand out in a place that's full of so many different people?
I don't think it's a conscious thing.
Gotcha.
I don't think it's a conscious thing.
It's just natural.
I think everybody sees something, they might be inspired by something, but I feel like it's like I'm my own thing type of thing, not like a competitive thing, but I feel like everybody wants to be their own thing because like that is I guess the essence of it now, the culture of it now.
Facts. Yeah. As far as like your inspirations, what did you grow up on? Like what actually did, like what inspires you to be you?
Music wise, Most Def, a lot. Obviously Andre, DMX, a lot of DMX.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. for real. Camp Low.
Question, with DMX, are you a DMX over Tupac enthusiast?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I respect it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against it. I think it's just musically, I related much more. DMX, even though he could be frantic in his flows, he always knew how to hit the pocket. Yeah. And for me, like I used to play the drums, so like the pocket is very important for me. Like, you gotta hit the pocket.
Yeah, that's the beauty in it, man. Just because like I feel like DMX had the ability to connect to you personally and direct, while Tupac had the ability to connect situational, or based off of what's happening in the environment and set the scene of that really well. But both fantastic artists. I personally ain't gonna lie, I like Pac. Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah. The swag is why I like Pac. Yeah, and that's like the little tip over. Like DMX gave you that feel. You might walk past DMX at the corner store when you like trying to buy like a scratch off or some shit like that. Like you know, he in there too. Yeah. Like, you know, Pac gave you that Hollywood feel of it, and it just made a lot of sense.
He did.
Yeah, but back onto other things. So with music now, right? So I know we talked about your past, like, so what can people look forward to getting from you now? Like, what stage in your evolution or phase would you say you're in now?
Fuck the industry.
Okay. It's Rage Against the Machine type shit.
Yeah, like I think I was telling you, I have so much heat that is just sitting on my hard drive because of label politics and me being independent and blah blah blah. I'm just like, man, like I have some crazy shit. I'm dropping just music, bombs after bombs, deal with whatever come with it. But at the end of the day, the music's good. So you know what I'm saying.
Or is there a project that we're looking forward to?
Yeah, Banned by Kaytranada.
Banned by Kaytranada.
Yeah.
So we got a Kaytranada project.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah, whole thing produced.
Any features, or is it just
Masiwei from Higher Brothers? They're like a big rap group in China.
Okay, got you.
And then my boy Stick Spring from Atlanta. He's crazy.
That's crazy. So like, you got 2 features on a project with Kaytranada and China. Like, so how does the international aspect like come about? It like, is that like you're always out there?
So with China, that came about because they can't access our internet, so you have to have like VPNs and do all of that shit. So apparently somebody was ripping my music from our SoundCloud and uploading it to their version of SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And because it's so densely populated out there, I just got super popping out there. And was touring out there. He was one of the people I met up with and just linked up with. Cool, you know what I mean?
That's crazy. So like, how would you say like? So obviously you travel abroad often.
Yeah.
You were just telling me you got to go to Japan right after you leave here, type shit. So like, how's the communication barrier like moving? You know, man, me and you black, bro. I'm from St. Louis.
Yeah.
You from Atlanta. We just two niggas trying to make it in the world.
Google Translate is your friend.
For real?
Google Translate.
So that's what you rely on? So it's usually not like a medium?
Well, you always have a good guide with you for sure. Somebody who, you know, does speak 2 languages, their native language and English, and, you know, that helps a lot, and they can, you know, help you learn the languages, but that's one. But you go out, Google Translate is very accurate, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Or whatever translate you want to use. It's quick, you know what I mean?
Damn,
you figure
man.
it out, you know?
So, like, out of all the places that you've been, like, experiences that you've been to, what's been, like, the favorite one? Like, the one that you can, like, yeah, when I went out of town, this was the vibe that I want every single time, like the bar setter.
And you're going to do something like...
Like, airhead type shit,
best place, shit. I always love Berlin.
Berlin.
Yeah.
What's the vibes?
You know, rave. A lot. It doesn't feel like it's in Germany. It's a lot of individuality. It's a lot of color. It's a lot of acceptance. It's a lot of open-mindedness. It's a lot of forward music in every genre. It's a lot of collaboration. It's a lot of young energy. It's just, every time I go out there, it's beautiful. It's fun. You know what I'm saying?
So you say forward music. So are you tapped into those scenes?
Yeah.
Like, because I know you're saying that these countries that you go to, they receive you well and you're popping there already.
Yeah.
Are there scenes that you're like actually tapped into and you're listening to their underground music?
Oh, bro, yeah. I got all international collaborations and shit. Because like when I go somewhere, I don't just post up for a couple of days. I'm there for a month at least.
Got you. So you soak in.
Yeah.
Got
tap in with, you know, shout out to Gemitaiz from Italy. Shout out to Young B from Spain. Shout out to Masiwei from China. Petite Noir from London. All my folks, yeah.
Yeah, damn, man. So like, have you in Atlanta, right? So when I
Lava, yeah.
When I lived in Atlanta, I noticed Atlanta's a very welcoming place as far as like y'all are having this change where outsiders are taking over, where some people aren't receptive of it as far as a good thing. But a lot of people still have that Southern hospitality still no matter what. But I did notice that when people are from certain areas, the intermingling doesn't always happen. As someone that can speak across the waters, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can have all these international connections like that. Were you received well across the board all around Atlanta? or like was it easy for you to move?
When I first started out, for sure.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
think that was my launch pad. Atlanta always my launch pad, and I always go back there for family and connection and all of that. But you know what I mean, like, you know, it's a more, the music city scene is evolving more. You know what I'm saying? But it's typically like hip hop, trap, like, and like. Not saying that in a diminished way because they evolve. Atlanta, we evolve trap. Like it's in a different place because of us.
Right.
Yeet, that's in a place because of us. You feel me? All of these. So I'm not saying in that type of way, but as far as where I sonically fit in, right now, no. And I'm not down to like go back and like cultivate that scene. I done put in my work.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Y'all had your moment as far as stamping that this is where it spawned from. Yeah. And with what your music is and how international and receptive it is around the world, I think you'll be selling yourself short to hold it to where it was spawned from rather than to spread it everywhere. Yeah. You know, so I think that there's certain people
That's a good point.
And certain people like champion and staying home, like Nipsey, like staying home and it works, and that battery gets powered by like 3,000%. But I feel like other people's art is better to flow with the wind because it's constantly changing. So the new version comes right back around full circle. I think that, like I said, the world's ready now, if ever, because I'm excited. A K and Rome tape. Yeah. And do we have a name?
Yeah, banned by Kaytranada.
Just banned.
Yeah. I'm banned by Kaytranada. I can't drop these. I can't drop these songs.
You're banned.
I'm not supposed to drop these songs.
Why?
Industry said I can't. I can't afford them. I'm indie, bro. You saw.
Got you.
But the music's crazy. It's crazier than whatever.
So it has to.
They gotta drop.
Okay, got you. And have
like
you told?
For fuck the industry whole shit.
Have you told like anybody else that this is dropping? Like,
no, it's just out, bro. Fuck it, bro. Tonight's not promised.
That's crazy.
These shits can't just collect dust. I told you it's all going out. You know what I'm saying? And you know how it spreads is how it spreads. And I'm cool with dealing with
the consequences or whatever comes next.
Because
the art.
It's art, bro.
It's art, bro. I was literally just having a conversation with Adrian about like art versus the establishment, where, you know, they're trying to shut down TikTok now, right? Next, it's going to be trying to shut down AI. And because they're going to fearmonger with the politics and deep fakes and say that that's the only facet of AI and the only use of it. With that being said, AI literally is creative thought, like to the T. It might not be at your hand and you physically doing it, but the thought, the prompt, you know what I'm saying? The direction. To ban something like that would be completely against the Constitution of what they want to argue for, you know? So with AI coming in and evolving, are there ways where you think that, I know your music's so experimental, do you think that there's ways that you could implement AI into your music and try to creatively use it?
Yeah, I think there's always ways to do that. You see there's like the drum pads that's like real drums that's like you just had to have the sticks and you had the headphones on and you can record it. There's different ways for you. I mean, I'm down with it. You know, I think that the creativity comes from here first, so it doesn't matter what the tool is. Facts. I think people are afraid of people's usage of the tool, which they should be, but they shouldn't like put the blame on the tool, because I feel like it can do a lot of good and it can do a lot of bad. But people can lean on it for them to write their whole songs and shit. But if you gotta, like, I feel like people are very afraid and upset when you can essentially just type in lyrics and be like, make this shit a Drake flow, and AI comes out with that song. But I'm like, no disrespect, but if you have a flow that is that predictable that AI can just do that, then it should be able to do that for you. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like there isn't I'm gonna use it. And sure, I'm gonna use it.
I got you. So the way I view it is, I think AI can be a tool or it can be a crutch. If you're using it to be 100% the source of your creativity, that's where you lack in using it. But if you're using it as something to enhance your creativity, I think of it kind of like auto-tune for rap. The person that couldn't sing can now do these notes and these crazy sounds, so it makes anybody possible to be able to make anything possible, you know? AI now, the little man doesn't have to have a budget to have to be in the islands with the ship crashing in the background. You can generate that. That's why I think it's super dope that you're willing to try and spearhead a movement of falling into the change that's inevitable, because it's already there. All this is a new cell phone or the new internet. It's just another evolution of what things can go to. I'm excited to see where it goes. You know, Sora's coming out. I don't know if you're familiar with Sora. So OpenAI has a new AI
is that the video shit?
Yeah, so it's a video one. So, but the difference is what a lot of people don't know is the computer that makes the generative videos doesn't have the ability to see past 2D because it's a computer.
Okay.
But Sora has the ability to actually create 3D environments so it can stay consistent to already have the next part of it rendered out. Kind of similar to like a video game that's like open world, where that part of the map that you're not in is already loaded. So by the time you get there, it doesn't have to generate some new shit.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like flawless. Like they showed a couple videos of it, like a Porsche driving through mountains, and it was just an endless loop, but it was just new shit the whole time.
For real.
Yeah, so like we got shit like that coming. And that's all within like 2 to 3 years, dude.
Yeah.
Like AI used to like suck a couple years ago.
Yeah, for real.
Now we're on some shit that's damn near photorealistic, so it kind of makes
the
me.
videos when niggas are turning into the Joker and
or like the weird videos we have like the captions when you scroll on Instagram and shit. 5 weird facts that make you, some weird shit like that. So like, with that all coming, I will say that. So like with entertainment, right? So, what do you like movie wise or like TV show wise? Like, what does Rome watch?
I fuck with Mubi.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, Mubi is my shit. And what's that shit called? Criterion Channel. The Criterion.
Criterion. What's that?
It's just like hand selected like art films and shit like that.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I'm not hip, so like when we get done with this, I need that.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of what's Mubi.
Mubi is literally just that. It'll put you on a new directors.
Damn.
Yeah, they need to sponsor me because I really be
Shout out to Mubi.
Mubi, shout out Mubi.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mubi.
Yeah.
Hit Rome up, through Rome, get to me, because I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? But, so, like, do you have, like, a favorite director? Is there, like, someone that you really, like, look at their work and you, like...
So, my cliche one, Tarantino.
Okay, got you.
Okay, and then, like, my art one is, like, Wong Kar-wai.
Okay, got you. What has Wong Kar-wai worked on for people that aren't familiar?
Move for Love. What is it? Chinese Express. It's a bunch of other shit. He's fire. His style is crazy. His style is like very nuts.
How would you describe it?
2048. Each film is a different style.
Got you.
Yeah.
So it's like that element we were talking about earlier, like the Kanye element.
Yeah. Where
like you expect the experimentation. You expect
some new shit.
Gotcha.
You expect some new shit.
That's dope. That's dope.
Oh, and Gaspar Noé. I fuck with him.
Okay, gotcha.
What's the nigga you like? Lars von Trier. Lars von Trier's fire.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, that's dope. And like, even in your answers, like my cliche answer is Christian Nolan.
Okay, I fuck with him.
I love Christian Nolan.
Yeah, I
like just the time lapse plays. Memento is my favorite movie by him.
Okay.
Just because of how he induces short term memory loss to the viewer. Crazy shit, right? Do you feel like directors don't get enough credit? Like, I feel like it's hard for a director to peek out and the masses to know about them. Do you think that there's a lot of smaller directors that do better quality work that just don't get the shine?
That's what I'm talking about, bro. You like, outside states, like, it's just people appreciate art and film. I would say even in America, there's like a film community for sure, but I feel like directors get their shine. You know, I think it's just like the same like music or fine art. It's what your goal is. If your goal is fame and you want to be Christopher Nolan, yeah, it's only going to be like 4 or 5 at a time or whatever. But if you just want to be respected for your work, I think it's always an audience looking for what you got to offer, no matter what it is, good or bad.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Can we like expect you to get into like film or directing something like this in the future?
I think about it. Me and her, we talk about you know, doing some like adult art films and shit.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'm thinking about the right thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a movie called Love by Gaspar Noé, and it's essentially just like a porn, but it's like fucking. It has a storyline.
It's drawn out.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It just got a lot of sex in it, but it's like incorporates it, and it's like that is a part of the life of the movie. It's not just like some overdone shit. It's cool.
Yeah. I saw a movie like that. It was I forgot the title of it. I think it was like A Room in Paris. It was about like a lesbian couple that were strangers that shared a room in Paris. And they had like about like 6 or 7 different sex scenes in it to basically be the breading of the sandwich to build the movie. And the toppings on the inside were the little sprinkles of plot. And I watched it, and at the end I was like, damn, I was invested. Like they had a very good plot, but I was held there by the sex scenes. I feel like that's a very niche genre of movies. But I do believe with how culture's changing and society's changing as far as the viewpoint of sex, it's going to be something that's like come a big thing like very soon. Was that something like that you were always interested in making, or like? Yeah. Got you.
But yeah, I got a partner who's into that shit heavily. She's an erotic artist, fine artist, so it's easier to explore those. Those avenues creatively. Yeah. With a counterpart who's into that too.
Got you. So like your world was already open to that even being a possibility based off the relationship that you had set. I feel that. With that being said, so we would have directing, music, already creative direction, the fashion shit. Okay, I know, like I said, you're worldwide. What you got clothing wise, like?
I don't want to do too much.
Don't want to do too much?
I used to do everything at the same time and got burnt out. Like, that's something, like, at this stage, it's music. Push the music. Get back connected with folks in that way. You know, still have all of the elements of the fashion and all of that shit in me, but just focus on one thing at a time. Then the directing stuff and the breaks in between, but I'm not rushing, bro. I think that's how you get burnt out. Just doing what's natural. This is music season.
Gotcha.
So, you know, nothing else but music right now.
Gotcha. And for the people that are tuned in for purely what you have next and what's coming, what would you have to say to them?
Lots of banned by type of ordeals going on.
Okay, gotcha. So the ban by Kaytranada is the first of a wave.
Yeah. I might be banned by the industry, but the music's gonna be so good it don't matter.
Gotcha. I feel that. Well, you're not gonna be banned by BRAINFREEZE.
Yeah.
You know, this is a home for you to come to, bro. Like, I appreciate you for this. Chopping it up with you outside was dope.
Yeah.
We're here in Austin, Texas. Where could they find you at? Like, at?
Wrong Fortune, everywhere. No, fuck that, because right now I'm locked out of IG.
Okay,
Gotta figure that out. But Rhythmalizer on IG, as Wrong Fortune on YouTube, Wrong Fortune on Twitter, Wrong Fortune on SoundCloud, Wrong Fortune on Spotify, Wrong Fortune on Spaghetti Town, Wrong Fortune on Pornhub. You know what I'm saying? That link is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Well, shit, man. It's been a pleasure having you, bro.
Yeah.
Final outs. Gogh, Brain Freeze TV,
Yeah.
Wrong Fortune, Brain Freeze TV, and we out.
Yeah.
Let's fucking get it. All right, bro.
That's just the first two
That's
minutes.
love, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, that's a wrap. That's lit. Hell yeah.
Giving that ball I can get.